triangle of triumph. It took me almost my whole life to figure this out. But this is a meaty system that works, all right? Over on one side, you become a victim not of your own choice, but you make a choice to do what? Not to stay one, right? But while you are a victim, you have to do a few things to help yourself not stay a victim. And one of the very first things you have to do is grieve being a victim. It is like a death happening to you. It is, and I know it feels like that, like someone has killed a part of you. So, you get to choose not to stay like that, but you have to do some things to make that choice happen. You don't want to admit that you have been a victim. And why would you not want to admit that you have been a victim? Was it your fault? No, it wasn't your fault. But still, people who are victims feel ashamed. You should not feel ashamed for someone else doing something to you. But guess what? No one can change someone else. Except yourself. And that's the best news today. You get to choose not to be a victim. You get to choose who you are. Nobody else does. You get to define yourself. And no one gets to make you keep that poison in your body, in your heart. When you connect with other people, you find out what you don't want to be or how you want to behave as much as you do. All right? So let's say Kaylee's talking to me, and in the process of asking me questions about the Hunger Game movie that I love so much, I say to her, you know, I just wish that they would, I don't know, party more in the movie, or they would have had more love scenes in the movie, or they would have smoked dope in the movie, or something like that, right? I'm giving you it for instance. And you might say to yourself, I don't really want to be with someone who thinks like that, because of the very reasons that you heard today from Judge Hancock. I will tell you one of the most dangerous things that happens to you in this life, and what I have seen in my experience, the most destroyed relationships are because of drugs and alcohol. Almost always.
Lots of stuff in life is going to scare you. Tarantulas, kids at school, tests, angry parents, crazy guys with pink beards. I mean, you never know. The courage is standing up, facing your fears with confidence. And I'm also going to talk about confidence too. I know the judge has some of that. That's some of yours. But for me, I just finished publishing a book called Kickstart Your Confidence with the word fit inside of confidence, so it's kind of a play on words. So for me not to mention at least a little bit about confidence and how it ties into courage, is very important. But when you're scared, you still got to do what you got to do. And here are some scary situations you might find yourself in. Who here has ever seen a friend getting bullied and you wanted to say something, but you were afraid of what might happen? So what would be the courageous thing to do when you see a friend being bullied? Yes?
Tell an adult.
Tell an adult. What's another thing you can do? Yes?
Stand up for them.
Yes. I look at my strengths and I say, you know what? It's okay to have strengths. Somehow in our culture, we've gotten to a point where when you acknowledge something you're good at, you're seen as being cocky or arrogant or, conceited. There is nothing wrong with embracing your strengths, and that is part of courage too, is seeking out what you're good at, because every single person in this room has a gift. An amazing gift. And for some of you, you may spend half your lives looking for it. I really didn't discover my gift until I was in my upper 30s, early 40s, where I'm at now. But once you find it and you tap into it, it's going to take courage to follow your heart. Because once you discover why you're here and what you're supposed to be doing, it can be scary. Just like it's scary to walk into a room full of strangers and open up my heart and talk about being bullied. It takes courage, right? The courage is simply looking at it and saying, you know what? I got this. I want everybody to use those 3 words really quick, because I think those 3 words are 3 of the most empowering words you can tell yourself, because what we tell ourselves is what we start to believe. How you think is how you feel is how you act, and how you act is how you live. So think about that. Everybody together, not in your head, but I want everybody to confidently say, I got this.
I got this.
So when you're faced with a bully or faced with a situation where you need courage, what do you say?
I got this.
And you may not even know how to get it, but you're going to figure it out. Because you may say, I got this, and then say, maybe I don't. But at least you're starting off with that confidence and that courage. And at least you're setting that foot forward and saying, you know what, I'm not sure how this situation is going to go down. I'm not sure if this bully's going to say a bunch of mean things to me. I'm not sure if I'm going to get teased or made fun of. I'm not sure how any of this is going to go down. I don't know how the first day of school is going to be. I don't know if they're going to put me in the front of the room and the teacher's going to call me crazy. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to put a picture of me in the paper and somebody's going to make fun of it. But you know what? I'm going to do it anyway.
To me now, civility has gone so far the other way that we really have to practice it now. It used to be very common and very well thought of, and everyone did that. I know my mother taught me that. But we've come now to Facebook, we've come down to Instagram, we've come down to all computers. We've come down to a place where you don't even have to be who you actually are. And if you want to hurt somebody, you get to hurt them, and you can do it under a name that's not yours. I personally despise Facebook with all my being. My poor little daughter will never have it, as long as I live. Amen. She's thrilled by that.
You're not alone. They don't have it either.
And here's why. I mean, part of the problem with this, I mean, technology is awesome, but how far we've come with it always gets misused somewhere along the place, right? And I have, one of the things I do is I preside over what we call our therapeutic programs, which is drug court, DUI court, mental health court, and family treatment court. Those are all programs that are designed to have individuals in them so that we can help them get better and also help them not go to prison, which nobody really wants to do. I'm pretty hardcore, I'm going to probably tell you that, about what I do there. But routinely, I wouldn't even say routinely, almost every single person that I've ever had in any of my courts has said to me, I was bullied, made me feel bad about myself. Here's some drugs, everybody's doing it, don't you want to do it too? Don't you want to be part of the crowd? And then if you say no, next thing you know on Facebook, guess what? You're out. I was always out. I was this tall when I was in 7th grade. That's all I'm saying. I got the bullying, I got the big bird, I got bullied, I was not part of, the popular group, whatever the heck that means these days. None of that was something that I really thought about. But
when he was 3 years old, I'm telling him a bedtime story, and I say, and Chad, you are a miracle. And he's laying in bed, and he puts his hands up on me, and he looks at me, and he says, yeah, and you're Batman. Because that was the best thing he could think of. The best, happiest, most wonderful thing. Every one of you is a miracle. Do not forget that. You're a miracle.